Please welcome Art the Clown.
What is up, I Like Scary? We are back with another Terrifier 4 video. We have another update that we just got. Before we get into it, definitely smash the like button because it definitely helps, and make sure you're subscribed to the channel. So over on Bloody Disgusting, we hear some details from the man himself, David Howard Thornton, and he gets into some details about Terrifier 4 that we got to talk about. David states, "I'm very excited, but I don't know a lot because this time around, Damien has been keeping everything close to his vest about what's happening in the script." Thornton tells Slasher Radio. "Lauren Lavera, Samantha Scafidi, and I, in the past, when he's been writing the other scripts, he's been consulting us the whole entire time, running ideas by us. This time, he's pretty much silent." Thornton continues, he just goes, "Oh yeah, you're going to love the origin story, Dave. You're going to love how we do it." And he also said, "The finale is batshit insane. You're going to have a lot of fun with that. Other than that, I don't know, but that makes me excited." And also, he found out some more things with the fourth film, saying, "Will the fourth installment bring the franchise to an end?" Thornton weighs in, "I feel like this might be the finale of this story arc that Leone is going for right now, and might give it a rest for a few years and might return later to it. I have no idea, but I'm excited nonetheless." He adds, I have so much faith in him." So to get into this, he said that Damien says that this is going to be a batshit ending. Now, when it comes from someone like Damien Leone, it's so many things you could think about. And I'm telling you, this ending is going to be something that's so supernatural, so fantasized. And I think it's still going to work, though, because one thing I want to say is, with Terrifiers always had that element to it, especially in the second one and the third one, so it's going to fit. But I think he's just going to pull it out a little more, where we can see more of the supernatural side, being like the demons, seeing actually Sienna walk in hell, knowing that she's actually still alive and she's a human, but somehow, some way, she gets to hell. You see what I'm saying? So it's going to be things like that. I definitely think my bus theory is going to be something that is incorporated in Terrifier 4, where the bus that Art the Clown gets on, it leads him somewhere out of Miles County, possibly, like I said, hell. He gets dropped off in hell. I think that can be something that actually would make this so crazy, because think about it. What is the point of the bus? What's the reason of the bus? Why is Art the Clown on a bus with his bag? This random woman is on a bus reading the Ninth Circle, and then Phil Falcone is acting a little standoffish and everything. I honestly think that the bus has more just connection to Terrifier 4 than we think. I don't think it's just something where he got on a bus and it ended in Terrifier 3. Because think about it, a lot of the times with Damien's writing, he picks up right from where it ended off. Think about Terrifier 1, think about Terrifier 2. Terrifier 3 ended with the bus. So I think I will not be surprised if Art the Clown gets dropped off in like this town that's burning flames in hell. Maybe it's like a Stranger Things type of thing, where the upside down is, you know, Hawkins. It's the same thing, but it's like this dead, lifeless version of the town. I think that can be something with Miles County, and she can see like her mom down there. She can see Jonathan, Gabby's down, because once I seen that portal or that gate open with Gabby, she's like holding on to the sword, she falls in there. That's what showed me that Sienna is actually going to hell to go find her. I don't think it's something where Sienna's going to see Gabby on the street somewhere. No, she's going to hell to find her cousin. Yeah, we hear about the origin story being told in the first 15 minutes. Damien's talking about he's kind of, you know, a little nervous about that, because he doesn't want to reveal too much. He doesn't want to pull the curtain back too much on Art the Clown, because you definitely want to keep that mythology going. You definitely want to keep that mystique about the character. But like I said, I think Art the Clown, he's one of them characters where you can tell a little bit of his backstory, but you don't have to tell all of it. Being that, yeah, I think that it's a connection with the Pale Girl, with that newspaper article where it says her parents got took out of, one of her parents, both of her parents was actually show goers in this carnival or this circus. I think it's some type of connection with that. I know I've been hearing people say that they think that Art the Clown is Sienna and Jonathan's father, because that's why he gave her a sword, because he knew that she was going to actually need it, because he was going to eventually turn to Art the Clown. I don't think that theory is too canon. I think that it's going to be more of something with the Pale Girl, his first victim, and him tied to this circus, because we know in the first Terrifier that he was just simply a regular serial killer until he took himself out and he came back supernatural. It was almost like something that was ritualistic or some type of sacrifice that Art the Clown did, because he did it immediately. As soon as the cops came, he did it, and then he returned where he can tolerate pain, can take his head off. He's a different type of beast now. So yeah, I definitely think what he means by Batshit, and I think we're going to see the demons that actually, supply Art the Clown all this energy. I think we're going to see hell. I definitely think we're going to see Jonathan again, but in a different form, possibly good or bad. So he's going to possibly be like the new Pale Boy, or somehow he's going to be like the first good entity, if that makes sense. I can see Sienna running through hell looking for God, being a lot of demons, a lot of creatures that looks like Art the Clown, kind of that looks kind of like Victoria. They're trying to get her as like hounds and stuff. I can see her with the sword. She gets the sword somehow, or a weapon. She's swiping them away, fire burning. But yeah, I think that's what he means by Batshit, and I don't think it's going to be too much of the regular Art the Clown and Mouse County. He's on Earth. I think now it's time for us to see Art the Clown's POV of things, where he actually is coming from, where this entity is coming from. Because you remember Jonathan said in Terrifier 3, Art the Clown needs a host to provide him energy, like some type of demonic host. And think about it, Sienna knows that also now, because Jonathan told her once Victoria got took out, Art the Clown got weaker, especially with that sword inside of him. He was getting weaker, and he ran away from Sienna. And he no longer has the Pale Girl right now, unless she comes back. Because think about it, the Pale Girl never died in Terrifier 2. She took his head, she smiled, and she walked away. Maybe the Pale Girl makes a return, because a lot of people love that character, and she's older now. So I know it can probably make sense, because at first I remember Damien said something about the reason I think they didn't use the Pale Girl is because the actress actually got a little older, similar to like Jonathan's character. So it wasn't matching up. She kind of grew a couple feet and everything. So I don't think Gabby's going to be the Pale Girl or nothing like that, because we already have one. I just simply think that it's go be another host. I just don't know who it's going to be. I don't know if Jonathan is going to be that new host. Maybe he's going to be that blaster man that we seen that the dad was showing her. He was in little pictures and stuff. A lot of people look over that character, but I think he's going to have a big part. Also, I think the lady on the bus, do not skip over her with her reading the ninth circle and everything. She could be like the new Victoria, but she can be even, more grimier. Or maybe Damien just simply wants Art the Clown to rock this out solo, since it's like the final one. I think that, yeah, this is going to be the final story for the Shaw family, but I definitely think in a couple of years, Art the Clown is coming after a different family. He's coming after a different group of people, similar to like Michael Myers. I don't think this is the end, because Art the Clown is the face of modern day horror, and everybody loves this character, including myself. He's one of my favorites now. So yeah, I think that Damon's all right, man. He's saying that, like, once again, first 15 minutes we're going to get the backstory revealed for Art the Clown, and he's a little nervous, but I think he has it. I think from what I've seen so far in the previous movies, he has a very unique way of telling a story. Like, you got to think that was risky in Terrifier with the battle with Sienna, Art the Clown, where basically Art the Clown killed her, and then she comes back to life in this water tank, and then we literally see her get, revived with this like this electricity coming through her, and she gets like these superpowers type of thing. That was a bold move, and people ate that up. So I think that it don't get no more bolder than that for real. And Art the Clown holding his head, and Cause yeah, Damien, you are already in that realm, believe it or not. So it's not too much to throw us off. At least me, I'm understanding what you're trying to do. I understand the vision. So we got Art the Clown with no head, you know, and we have him putting his eyeball in. He's obviously not human. He's a demon, a supernatural demon. And then we got Sienna with this magical sword. So it's been had that layer. You know what I'm saying? We're seeing ghosts at times with Sienna's mom, and that's not mom. Remember when she's talking to Sienna? So it is there already. So I'm excited. I've never seen a horror movie take this approach for real, where they really get into the supernatural and fantasizing of things like Terrifier has. So when he says that, I'm definitely thinking of hell, and then a lot of, like, you know, things that is OD supernatural, being like a battle with a sword that's lighting up, and the demons that is jumping everywhere. Like, you got to think, if you actually see hell in a movie with demons and hounds and beasts, yes, that's supernatural and fantasy. That's going to be crazy. But I can't wait to see the way that Damien does it, because in his movie The Ninth Circle, he tackled it before. So that's what actually tells me that's what he's going to try to do, because he tackled it before, but that was one of his first movies. So he might want to revisit it and see how he can do with the demons now. So yeah, you all comment down below. What do you all think that, well, Damien was talking about when he said that it's going to be a batshit and then the finale is going to be crazy? What do y'all think? What do y'all think that can happen in Terrifier 4 to make it different from the other ones? And what is, like, kind of making Damien so nervous? What do y'all think is making him so nervous? I think it's just him jumping more into the supernatural side, and him just, you know, just trying to tiptoe into fantasy a little bit. That's what I think. So let me know in the comments. Unfortunately, this is the end of this video. I'm gonna try to hit me up on all my social medias at I Like Scary, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.